round of applause.
I'm the one that needed this stool. Put my notes on. He said, no notes, and I said, fuck you, Scott. Everyone hear me in the back? Good. So, I did come here on a party bus, okay? And a stripper pole. What do I think I'm in college or something. You guys better laugh at my shit because I'm gonna have to get on that pole again if I bomb this set. So keep laughing. Thank you in advance. I know you saw when I walked up here. Is Margot Robbie on meth and doing comedy now? No, silly. She just had a baby. I am just a middle-aged mom with 23 long years of lower back issues. And I think the medical term is lower back tattoo regret. I'll get over it eventually once it becomes cool again. Don't tell me you won't. I am clinging to that. My tramp stamp, if you want to call it that, it's a butterfly, okay? Totally get it.
Let's see it.
I would show it, but I'm in a bodysuit, okay? Maybe later. The laugh volume, okay? I think that, yeah. If it was a bumper sticker, it would scream, honk if you're horny, or save a tree, eat my beaver. No, it is Beaver Moon, full moon. So, it also sends out warnings like, you will be paying child support, or your dick's gonna itch. I'm from the Eastern Shore. Crabs are a delicacy, okay? So it's like, you're welcome. All you have to do is sprinkle a little bit of Old Bay. So it's Friday, okay? Best day of the week because you know what tomorrow is?
What? Saturday.
Yard sales. Probably not what you were thinking. Does anyone else get horny for yard sales or is it just me? Yes. So it's so funny how you roll up to a yard sale and just to a complete stranger's house and you're digging through their, like, the whole purpose of you rolling up is to like find something in the shit that they do not want anymore. So at first you roll by and you don't owe anyone anything, okay? So you have to roll slow, see if anything catches your eye, and if it doesn't, you get their hopes up, whatever, but you have to peel the fuck out. It's like, I ain't got no time for your crusty ass George Foreman and prosthetic leg, okay? It's probably, the yard sale drive-by is probably like the worst insult ever. But when you do find a good yard sale, like one worthy of your time, you stop and something interesting happens, like your pride just can't coexist with the moment. It's like, okay, I'm a fucking loser. Open my car door and just get with it. So you break into a full sprint because there's like some old hag trying to get to this pile that you had your eyes on. So elbows are not out of the question. You just grab whatever you can. This one time I actually found a Chanel bag. And, it was a big deal deal. You could have wrung out my panties. It was barely chewed up. It ended up being fake, but whatever. I still found it. Pro tip for yard sales. If you go there, okay? You pack up a baggie with $1 bills and all the change you have in your house. You pretend that that's all that you have. You get much better deals that way. You're like, oh, well, I know you're trying to offload this shit. This is what I have. Now, if you want big ticket items, you prepare a little bit ahead of time and you get like a carton of Marlboro Reds, put them in your car, and then if there's a big ticket item you really want, you might be able to like just throw that out there. You know they're just one step away from Goodwill. Now, if they say, oh, well, we take Venmo, you just act like an 80-year-old. You're like, you just act really confused, okay? Just a pro tip. So I bust in the door each time with trash bags hanging over my shoulder like white trash Santa. My husband's like, ugh, what are you gonna do with this stuff? Where are you gonna put it? Are we gonna get bed bugs again? And I'm like, look, honey, we're just like prepping for our yard sale next year. Next page. So I'm married, and my husband wasn't gonna come here tonight, but he's here, and I'm so But if anyone's in the same predicament, getting married, raise your hand. Look, it ain't easy, okay? He says I'm passive aggressive, which really motivates me to be like to my full potential. So I'm purchasing those fresh rolls of toilet paper right on top of the cardboard remains. Just walking away. I'm drying my ass right with his towel. I'm hiding his keys when he's already late. And I'm doing stand-up comedy behind his back because therapy. He deserves it, okay? Heaven forbid I try to watch one little show and he brings a full bag of chips right to our bed and he's chomping away like Alligator Jim while we're sitting for a potato chip commercial, okay? And then that's not it. He has to fold the bag, literally, right? In a tiny little square, crunchy ass bag, just to spite me. I'm one lips back away from being on America's Most Wanted. I've always wanted to be famous, so it just works out. I have 2 boys. We have 2 boys. My mom. It's not easy for a mom to play like trucks and dinosaurs and all this shit. My husband just taught them how to armpit fart. He one-upped me again. I just can't win. What if I just like started queefing on demand? Hey mom, how'd you do that? The thing is, it will not be kept between our 4 walls of the house. These kids will go to their daycare leader and tell him every little thing. Like, I tried to go out one Tuesday night with my my friends. The wild moms on a Tuesday. Some of them are here tonight. Well, they ended up putting a 8.5 by 11 wolf temporary tattoo. It's a half wolf, half rose. One on each ass cheeks. And I forgot about it. The boys found me in my closet the next day. And they told their daycare leader, as soon as it happened. I brought them to drop off. They told him right in front of me. So embarrassing. So I can't do the tweet thing. It's also kind of nice when the kids get a little bit older because they can do your dirty shit for you. Like, hey, get mom a beer from the fridge, or answer the phone because the bill collector's calling, and you just tell them mommy's on the toilet. Or, here's what you do. You scan mommy's makeup at the self-checkout, pretend to, and put it in my purse. Attaboy. Good job. You did such a good job. And then when my oldest, started saying, "These nuts," it's these kinds of mom moments that really make motherhood worthwhile. I really have a dirty mind. And I assume everyone else does also. I find myself writing CUM in place of the word come all the time. Some love it, some don't. Like the PTA email chain. Loosen up, bitches! I also giggle to myself every time. My neighbors are trying to beg their dog to come. It's like, is it just me, or are you never gonna forget this? Every time you say it to your dog, you're like, oh, this is weird. George, come! Now! You know what's crazy? I've never heard of anyone saying that, no, Scott, I'm not stopping. My friend, he's basically giving me a cane to get
Okay. Thank you.
But you know what's crazy? No one has ever said that the self-driving capabilities these days are good for road headers. No one has. It should be positioned as that, especially for the mile-high clubbers, the swingers, the bone asphyxiation people that are still alive. It's a safety feature, for God's sake. Yes. If I can save a life or get some of you fellas roadhead tonight, you're welcome. So I said I have a dirty mind, but that don't mean I'm a hoe. So I majored in finance, and I learned how to properly balance my balance sheet. So you take your total number, and then you write off all the charity cases. You ladies know what I'm talking about. We should have teeny tiny dick and you want to bail. But then you know what? You just bring a Barrett just to make that poor boy's night. Charity. Charity. Like a stray cat. That way. Like a stray cat at your door when it's storming outside. Come on in, your little fella, and get warm. Now, get the fuck out. Forget this ever happened. Oh, I'm on the wrong sheet. So this is like the Big Bang, okay?
Yeah.
So I love working from home and getting to jerk from home. It's not actually jerking for girls, but you know what I mean. So I had some free time one day, and I decided to seek out my own G-spot. Okay, this elusive G-spot all by myself. It was just me and myself, me and my G-spot, to like figure out if it can happen. Well, all it took was a YouTube video, a spritz of WD-40, and murder. I made it happen, okay? It was like such an empowering moment for me. That would have never happened in an office setting. People really
I'm never
feel
working with you
this was
again.
The biggest blessing from COVID. So I'll do it now. Thank you, China, from the bottom of my vagina. My boss is here. My boss is here, so I'm just kidding. I don't waste any time. I'm just working away. So my masturbation journey started. It started very early because of the Squiggle Wiggle pen. Does anybody remember the Squiggle Wiggle pen? Yeah. Game changer. It was a pen that would squiggle like this. You put a battery in it, and it would just go crazy with everything you wrote. Well, I put 2 and 2 together, okay? Real pioneer. So then my mom ordered a back massager from Home Shopping Network. Mommy put it in the phone. Sorry, Mom. That's where that thing went. It did get delivered. It's commandeered. But I love that thing so much. I even showed a friend that came over for a play date over. And so I didn't show her my O face. This is like really a true story. I did not show her my O face, but I just showed her like a quick tutorial. Just to like spread the love. Because it was such a great feeling. Well, 7th grade, this bitch growing up told everybody about this masturbation gadget, and I said, okay, Susie, yeah, she's really cool. Like, don't even listen to her. Like, she's a loser. But I will tell you that, okay, I'm almost done. That massager was a gateway drug. Okay. Now I'm on a harder shit. Now I have a camera that runs on diesel fuel. All you have to do is yank it a couple times just to get it started, but it works really great. Okay? Trust me. So, speaking of coming, I swear I'm done. She said, it's hard to believe that Christmas is almost here. So last year, I decided to have a threesome, which is 2 Christmas trees at the same time. I pulled them out, got them all flopped up and erect, paid special attention to the base and then the tip. I'm into whites, not colors. That's just my preference for life, okay? Relax. I felt bad that I was paying attention to one more than the other, so I alternated back and forth between them. When it came to the balls, made sure they finished at the same time, okay? Best part of the experience was in January. It was finally time for them to go down. Hey, just follow me for more holiday preparation tips. Next time, I'll show you how to make penis cookies disguised as gingerbread men. Annapolis, you've been amazing.